Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gashi's Command TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. In this video, I want to show you why Uhuru Kenyatta needs to join Raila Amolo Odinga in the public barazas. I'll talk about the reason why I strongly believe that he should come out of the cocoon. Yesterday, when I saw him addressing the gathering together with Raila Amolo Odinga in Busia, I knew that this is what Uhuru should do. Hivi ndivyo ambavyo unafaa kufanya. Haina haja ya kuendelea kujificha pale kwa sababu you cannot fight, you cannot defend yourself, you cannot defend the people by just hiding. You cannot bury your head like the ostrich ukisema kwamba hakuna matatizo. Matatizo yako katika nchi hii. Because all said and done now is that William Samoei Ruto won the battle, but not the war. So I believe the war still rages. Na hivi ndivyo ilivyo kwa sababu the contested elections, when we see Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta referring to Raila Amolo Odinga as his party leader, then it tells you very clearly that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta believes and knows that Raila won the elections. So there is need for him to come out and tell the people the truth, especially what happened during that time. Kwa sababu I know he has a lot of information, and this information should be brought to the public. Let the people know. Hebu watu waambie ukweli kile ambacho kilifanyika, kwa sababu yeye mwenyewe anajua kile ambacho kilifanyika pale, na hawezi akasema hivi that he doesn't recognize William Samoei Ruto as the president of the Republic of Kenya, because kule kusema kumuita Raila Amolo Odinga as my party leader, and you know that the party leader, that is Raila Amolo Odinga, does not recognize William Samoei Ruto as the president of the Republic of Kenya. So let Uhuru come out and tell us why or what exactly happened that time of the election. The second reason, in my view, why I believe he need to come out is to give the moral support. In the battle, it is important for the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, of the chief of the, or again, the chief of the defense forces. It is important to go and visit the army when they are fighting. Na tuliona hivi wakati ambapo KDF walikuwa wakingangana wakabiliana na Al-Shabaab kule Somali, and we saw the chief of defense forces visiting them just to give more support. So by attending Raila's meetings, Azimio barazas, he is going to give these leaders, they're going to give Martha Karua the moral support. And I believe one of the reasons why akina Sabina walikuwa wanaotoroka chama cha Jubilee and they want to join William Samoei Ruto is because Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta seems not to be providing the leadership. So you need to come out and provide the leadership. Let him come out and tell them that we are together to cooperate, because already he has said that he's not going to retire. He's not going to quit politics. He's just going to even hold. He's still going to be the leader of Jubilee Party. And Raila is going to continue to be the party leader, meaning Jubilee is still in Azimio. He need to come out, because if Raila is fighting for democracy, if Raila is agitating for electoral justice, if he's fighting for fairness in elections, I believe even Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta needs to join him. The other reason why he needs to join Raila Amolo Odinga in these meetings is just to annoy William Samoei Ruto. It is important. Annoying your opponent is an act of politics. It's an act of war. So that, when you study William Samoei Ruto, you realize one thing, that he responds to everything. When Raila talks, he responds. When Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta talks, he responds. And even Gachagua, will respond. And in the process of responding, they make so many mistakes. So it is through these mistakes that they come out very clearly, that they'll make fodder for Azimio. Kule kuwafanya makosa kimakusudi ni njia bora zaidi ya kufanya yeye aonekane na kumfanya William Samoei Ruto aonekane for who he is. Because one way of helping the people to understand the character of the other, or especially of your opponent, is to annoy him. And again, when you look at Mwai Kibaki studied the art of war very clearly, and even the time he was annoyed by his opponent, who was Raila Amolo Odinga, you realize that he could not respond. Alikuwa ananyamaza tu, and watu wengi walikuwa wanaona kama hajui kile ambacho wanafanya, but it is something that is very very much deliberate. So William Samoei Ruto needs to be annoyed so that he can continue making mistakes. Again, he needs to bring more Kikuyus on board, because you realize that majority of Azimio meetings, the Kikuyus are not many. When you compare them with other tribes, when you compare them with the Lus, when you compare them with the Luyas, when you compare them with the Maasai, you realize that Kikuyus are not very many. I think they are not more than 20% or 10% in those meetings. And when you look at a place like Nairobi, they are the majority. So by just attending those meetings, you bring many Kikuyus on board. And this is very important because perception is something that is also very important, because the perception creates the image that Azimio is one party that is national, with the national outlook, with the support of everybody from all communities. Isije ikaonekana ya kwamba ni watu wachache ambao hawapiganii haki, ukweli na justice. Again, what he need to come out is that he need to completely disorientate the Azimio government. You know, Azimio government, instead of working, they are politicking. So they need to be completely disorientated. I believe people like Kimani Ichung'wah, people like Dede Nyoro, people like Gathoni wa Mushoba watakuwa wakiwashwa wakati ambapo Uhuru ataanza kuongea. And this one will also distract them, will make them not to work. And then in the final analysis, people will start seeing that these people, after all, they have not been working. Again, William Samoei Ruto has abandoned most of the projects that were started by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. So Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta needs to join these meetings, that is Raila's meeting, and tell the people the truth and defend his legacy projects. He needs to come out. Anaambia watu, sasa gari hii barabara ya Gatundu tulianzisha, lakini ukiangalia when William Samoei Ruto came, the successive government has not completed the project. And sasa ukiangalia kama wakati watu wa Gatundu walikuwa wanaandamana wakisema kwamba barabara zimeachiliwa and they were planting bananas on the roads, I think Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta should have been there at the pale and defend his people, defend his projects. Kwa sababu if he doesn't do this, I think these projects will not see the light of the day. Again, he also need to come out and defend himself. You remember the way he was embarrassed by Uhuru Muigai, William Samoei Ruto, and akina Dede Nyoro, akina all the brigades. They completely annoyed him through taxation, wakisema kwamba yeye hakuwa akilipa. Again, when he paid, if you look at Dennis Tubi's Twitter handle, utaona vile ambavyo alikuwa akisema kwamba Uhuru now has paid you 1.4 billion, what. This, in my view, is embarrassing the former head of state. So he need to defend himself. Anafaa ajitokeze, asiache anachapwa masubu, yanapigwa makone, anaanguka pale. Haifai kufanya hivi. I think the way Mama Ngina came out to defend the family, that is the way that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta need to come out and defend himself, defend his family, defend his mother, defend his Kikuyus, defend his projects. So he need to come out. And the only place he can do this is by attending Raila's Azimio Baraza meeting. Again, he need to come out so that he can make Kenya Kwanza feel more insecure. And when you feel very insecure, you are bound to do many things. You are even bound to threaten people, even bound to abuse people. So let them feel threatened. And a threatened person is insecure. When somebody is insecure, that person is bound to say so many things that are not necessary. And again, he need to come out to give what I call positive criticism. Positive criticism is something that is very important. And when he gives the positive criticism, because you see, by the fact that he has been in government, by the fact that the statecraft is not something that is new with him, akijitokeza pale, ataweza kuonyesha makosa hapa na pale. And this one, by the way, is going to even help Kenya Kwanza, even themselves. Watu pia wao watasaidika. Even Raila Amolo Odinga need to be supported, because you see, kile ambacho kinahitajika ni watu wale wakizungumzia swala moja. Again, don't forget that unity is strength. Wakishikana mikono wakiwa pale, because you remember, even when you look at it from the literary point of view, wakati ambapo Raila na Uhuru walishikana mikono jana wakitembea, this is something that has annoyed Kenya Kwanza completely. This is something that they have not taken rightly. And this one is a strong political statement that we are united and we are unbreakable. Hatuwezi tukashindwa vivi hivi. Again, he needs, by coming out and attending those meetings, he is going to strengthen Azimio. Let him attend the meeting. Let him give the strength that is required, because what I know is that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is a battle-hardened person. Is a battle-hardened leader. Is somebody who has seen it all. Remember the way he was brought by the late Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, who was just young, and he was hardened all the way. But again, he became a very good student of Mwai Kibaki. Again, the way he was struggling with William Samuel Ruto as he was being given a headache, because for sure, William Samuel Ruto gave Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta a serious headache for about 5 years. So this is somebody who is battle-hardened. And a battle-hardened somebody like Raila Amolo Odinga is somebody who can read his troops very well and can show the direction, and they are likely to make they are likely to win any confrontation by Kenya Kwanza. Again, this idea of campaigning for the new leaders, you also need to groom leaders, because when you look at it, there is tug of war between Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Rigathi Gachagua of who is going to be the kingpin of the mountain. And when you look at it, many people don't want to see Rigathi Gachagua. Many people don't agree that Rigathi Gachagua is the kingpin of the mountain. Again, William Samuel Ruto has planted himself as the kingpin of the mountain. So we see there's a vacuum. And when you look at Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has not been coming out strongly. And he needs to come out with people like Peter Kenneth, so that he can plant somebody like Peter Kenneth, groom him, because in the final analysis, the Gema nation will need somebody. Because all said and done, we have always opined in this channel that politics is tribal, whether you like it or not in Africa. Politics is regional. Now politics is something that we cannot run away from. Because, kama tunavyojua, I think he's doing it well. And the fact that he's a very good orator is another advantage. And what we need is that at a time like this, I think he needs to take the advantage, because there are so many problems that are in this country. And if he comes out and start pointing out these problems and maybe offering solutions, naweza kujitokeza sema angalia sasa wakati wangu mimi tulikuwa tunauzia fuel tulikuwa tunauza 120, look at it now you are selling buying at 180. So if we point out these shortcomings of Kenya Kwanza, I think Kenya Kwanza will have a run for its money, because what we have a government in place, we have a government that is confronted by so many problems, we have a government that is not tackling the problems. You have a completely disoriented government. As we talk now, they are in Nakuru praying. And when this is happening, the bandits are even attacking policemen in Turkana, in Baragoi, in West Pokot. So we need to point out these mistakes, because there are some problems that do not need prayers. Like sasa hii mambo ya bandit, kwa sababu hani maharamia. Sasa unaomba nini? I don't know what you think, but if you ask me, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta need to come out strongly and join his brother Raila Amolo Odinga. Remember to like this video. Remember to subscribe if you have never. And may you have a blessed Sunday. Till next time. Bye-bye.